What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, as you guys know, with gold farming being a thing, I decided I was actually gonna do another video on how well Grand Cross is doing financially. So I'm actually gonna put this on the screen here so you guys can see. This is 7 daily sins on JP. We have it on JP, iTunes, Google Play, Android, US, and then iOS. So this is basically global, by the way, for these Grand Cross, and then this is the Japanese. So we're gonna talk about it, but before we actually hop into the video, make sure to subscribe to your boy Amazing. We are on the road to 25k subscribers, man. At the time of recording this video, I'm at 23,160 subscribers on the YouTube channel. You guys have been showing an insane amount of support, man. But with that out of the way, let's hop into the video. Alright guys, so I have my video pulled up here that I made on June 18th, by the way, for how well is Grand Cross doing financially from the 3rd year anniversary. So I think this is a little bit after 3rd year anniversary now in terms of where the games are. Specifically, JP, iTunes, and Google Play are not in the anniversary anymore, for sure. So now we can actually see the revenue that they get when it's not an anniversary compared to when it is anniversary. So let's actually skip throughout the video. I know I did show off JP. So this is JP Google Play. So this is JP Google Play right now. So right now JP Google Play is making 900k, right, and then 20k in worldwide downloads. So you guys can see the number is actually different there in terms of comparison. It still says May. I don't know why it says May still, but the numbers are different, man. So I don't know why it's still saying May. It should say June now that we all of June is available. But I think it is just because the numbers are different. So yeah, so $1 million in revenue when the anniversary is happening. You guys can see it showed the logo. The logo is not there anymore. So yeah, and that's the what's it called, the Google Play version, right? Let's actually, yeah, so now this is JP on iTunes, right? So JP on iTunes now, if we go to this, they were making $5 million in revenue on the anniversary compared to now, well, they're making $3 million in revenue, which it's not too much of a drop. I mean, it obviously makes sense, like, considering they got us top grossing $5 million, that's a lot, man. And considering, like, the downloads are about the same still. The downloads didn't really increase during the anniversary compared to like a period like now. A lot of people were spending during the anniversary, man, for sure, compared to now where, not as many people are spending, because it's not like such a hype celebration right now. Like right now we have a Freyr banner out right now, nothing too crazy. So yeah, that's like the comparison right now. So it's like $5 million in revenue compared to the $3 million, and then on a $1 million compared to 900k, right? That's the main comparison we're kind of seeing here, guys. So that's the JP iTunes and Google Play Store comparison. So in terms of how much they're making now compared to before, they are losing out on about $2 million, which is a lot of money. But take into account, guys, that this was during the anniversary. Like, this is when it's the biggest time for Grand Cross in terms of revenue, and that's when they're going to be making the biggest amount of money. So now if we go to the global versions, let's actually show you guys the global versions right now. So on iTunes, it's actually making $3 million. And then on Google Play, it's actually making $3 million as well. So it's actually very even, surprisingly, which is kind of crazy. But the thing is, with the difference is that Google Play, there's a lot more downloads, while with iTunes, there's a lot less downloads. But there is more revenue. So taking that into account, it means that iTunes side of Grand Cross actually spend a lot more money than the Google Play side because of the download comparison. You guys can see that 200k downloads means we're getting a lot more people incoming on the the Google Play version compared to the iTunes version, but that means a lot less people are spending compared to this version, even though it's the same amount of money, right? Basically. So now let's actually see what global was doing before. So if I can find global, okay, global was still making 3 million, so they kind of just average around 3 million, don't they? Let's see if I can find the iTunes, if I showed it. Yeah, so Grand Cross Global on iTunes though was making 2 million. So now iTunes actually stepped up in the past like month and are actually making an extra $1 million now, which is really, really good. So yeah, that's like the main comparison, guys. I mean, a lot of Grand Cross's revenue right now isn't really the greatest, because we kind of are falling out of the anniversary a little bit right now. But the thing is with global, now that we've like pushed up a week behind JP, our pricing, or not pricing, our revenue is going to be fairly similar, but not obviously the closest, because JP, with their amount of money they're spending, it's only just Japanese, like the Japan as a country, compared to where Grand Cross Global covers everything. Even though it says country USA, it means it covers all other countries other than Japan and Korea, right? So that's these two Grand Cross right now. So $6 million in total revenue from Grand Cross on global, and then on JP right now they're making about $3.9 million in revenue, which, you know, I think that's a fair comparison, because this is just Japan, by the way, guys. Like, this is just Japan. These two numbers combined, just Japan. These two are all the rest of the globe. So take that into account, man. Alright guys, so I cut the video here, and I actually wanted to see like the Korean side of the game now as well. So this is Korean Grand Cross. If you guys don't know, this is the main version of the game that came out with Japan before Global actually released. So this is also another revenue source that Grand Cross is you know, getting as well, right? So we will take this into account. I don't think I went over it in this video. I don't think I don't think I went over Korean in this video, but I think Korean at the time was making around like 300k. If I'm not mistaken, I'm thinking like total. So yeah, so Grand Cross right now on KR, on the Google Play Store, $400,000. Not bad considering it's just KR. And then $100,000 on the iTunes Store for KR, which I think is pretty good. You know, considering what it is. The thing is with like you know, the Korean version of the game, it's not really that, you know, not a lot of people really play KR Grand Cross. Like, I have an account on KR, but I don't spend on the game. I just have the account, right? I'm not like a spender. So, you know, that's the thing with KR Grand Cross, is like not a lot of people are downloading the game because there's not too many people compared to like global and even like Japan. Not a lot of people are playing the game compared, but they are making a pretty good amount of revenue for the downloads that is available, at least on Google Play. On iTunes here, they are making about 5k downloads with about you know, $100,000 in revenue, which, you know, is not the greatest thing in the world, but you know, it definitely adds up to Netmarble's you know, total amount here in terms of making money. So I think overall they actually are doing really good for what June was as a month, because June, I think it's saying May here, but I think this is June because of the number difference compared to the video I made, because you guys can see the numbers are a little bit different. But I do think that Grand Cross is actually doing fairly well financially, and I don't think we really have to worry about anything you know, in terms of like Grand Cross shutting down or anything like that. Like, the game is doing perfectly fine, guys, and if you guys were ever worried about like Grand Cross in general like that, it's doing perfectly fine, man. You know, the KR version is doing its job. Like, you know, like, even like, just to give you guys an idea, like Dragalia Lost, if I'm not mistaken, like, let me duplicate this tab here and I'll search up Dragalia Lost. They were making Dragalia Lost, yeah, like they're making 200k, and that's from Nintendo. This is global. This is iTunes. They're only making 200k. You know, the game obviously is shutting down fairly soon, but like, that's just to give you guys an idea. So like 400k from a game that's still, you know, just in one version too, is like a really good sign, man. So that was just to give you guys an idea. But yeah, man, Grand Cross is doing fine. I think they're doing fairly well. And in terms of a comparison to when the anniversary was happening, you know, we are making a little bit less money if I'm not mistaken, but in terms of overall like consistency with the money here, consistently Grand Cross is making a good amount of money. $6 million from the global version, about $3.9 million from the Japanese version, and then 500k from the Korean versions of the game. So that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace out and have a great rest of your day.